everyone? Thank you again, as always, for joining me for a real-time edit. I really appreciate all the feedback I've been getting on these videos and the fact that everybody seems to hopefully learn a little something from them. Even if I don't show you exactly what I'm doing because I'm just doing it so fast, at least you can pick up some concepts and see what is possible with a little post-processing. And that's really the whole goal of doing these videos. You know, I have to retouch these and color correct them just to be able to share them on my website. So I'm doing this editing anyway, and I figured it would be nice to just record while I'm doing it and share that out. If I was going to slow down and show you step by step what I was doing, number one, it would take me way longer to do these edits that I need to do. And then number two, I am trying to make a living with this, so I do offer that service, but you know, I charge for that. So this is a good in between. You get to see what's possible. I have to do it anyway, and then I'm just sharing it out for free on the YouTube channel. So anyway, now that I got that out of the way, let's just jump right into this image. I got this cute little black skimmer chick trying to deal with this massive fish that the adult just brought back. So let's see, cropping wise. So I clipped the wings on this guy, so I'm going to make it a little bit more deliberate. And I do really love the bokeh that's existing in the background there. So I'm going to play that up a little bit more in the final edit. And so I want to include a decent amount of that. So something like that feels pretty good. I could maybe even go this way a little bit more. Just take more off that left side. Again, really make it deliberate. Yeah, that feels good. All right, notice all the blue in the adult here. These birds do not have blue in them. They are white. So I'm just going to click my white balance tool on that, which went way too magenta. So I'm going to undo that, and then I'll just manually dial in the white balance, which is just going to be going a little bit warmer, actually a lot warmer, and just a tad magenta. Yeah, somewhere in there feels pretty good. I'm going to drop a radial on this and just darken the entire outside. Whoa, way too much. And then linear on the bottom, just the graduated filter there, and darken that a little bit. Overall exposure up, shadows up, blacks down for contrast. There we go. Now this thing's looking a little bit better. A little too green. I'm going to kick one more towards magenta. There's a little bit too much magenta in the chick, I would say, but I'll fix that in Photoshop. And I think this is a good starting point. I gotta tell you, I really don't love all this detailed sticks back there, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I didn't have time to really lower my perspective in the field, so if I was really paying attention, I could have tried to dig down into the sand or something and lower this, so or lower my perspective, so that way I could hide some of that stuff back there. But you know, these feedings happen so quick, and you never know where it's going to happen. So you know, this is the best I could deal with. So let me see what happens. Maybe I can just kind of soften some of it up with some cloning here, just some soft cloning over top of it with just some of the sand texture, you know, just to kind of soften the detail on that and make it kind of look like I was shooting through some foreground stuff. You know, I don't want to remove it entirely because I think that'll just look odd, but just softening it up a little bit like that, I think passes for realistic, and then just makes it a little bit less distracting there. Yeah, that's going to work for me. Let me just check it. Yeah, cool. All right, so a little bit of burning across the bottom here. I do want these light sandy spots to just stay a little bit darker, so that way your attention goes up into here. A little bit of burning on the black of the black skimmer, especially where I have the lens flare there. Just going to try and clean that up a little bit. Another curves adjustment layer. I'm just going to lighten and add a little contrast here and basically try to bring out more detail on the chick and its gargantuan fish. And if I do recall properly, it did swallow that down. And then one other thing I just noticed, this little dark spot right there. So I'll just head back to the clone layer and get rid of that with the spot healing brush, and I'll get rid of those two spots on the adult. All right, little contrast in the back. Actually, that wasn't bad overall. It's a little too much on the bottom half here, so I'll just back off of that a little bit. But it was good on the background. And then I'm going to make the top of that background a little bit more golden. So just really embrace that warm sun tone to it, because it was that way that morning. And then I am going to do one more cloning thing just because this area, I mean, it's cool how the sun's hitting it there, but man, that's distracting the hell out of me. When I'm looking at this photo, my eye keeps going over to that bright spot over there. So I'm just going to just go ahead and clone that right out. And then I just have to figure out why it's getting so dark. Probably due to the burn layer. There we go. So just fade that back out. And there we go. Close to good. Let me just fix it up a little bit there. There, nice. Now my eye isn't, getting pulled over like crazy to that. I'm going to throw a dodge layer on, kick the catch light. There's a real subtle catch light. Whoa. In the chick's eye there. Why is this? Every once in a while, the pressure sensitivity on my brush just stops working. There we go. Something like that. And then this guy can get a little bit right up here on that catch light. We'll just lighten that up in the front. All right, looking good. There's a little too much yellow in the chick there. So I'll just go to the yellow channel, desaturate that a bit, and then just paint some of that in these white feathers just to kind of clean that up. And then I do think we could use a little added saturation in the back there with the green and that kind of yellow sparkle and everything like that. So there we go. I think I'm done. I'm not seeing that magenta in the chick anymore like I was seeing in the original. So I think I'm pretty good with this. So before, after, your attention's definitely going a little bit more into this chick here now. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's done. So let me save that and I'll go back and show you the total before and after. It is going to be a pretty big difference just because the white balance was so different on the original photo and the contrast just lacking because I was shooting right into the sun. So we should see a pretty big difference in the look of the photo. Oh yeah, look at that, right? This thing just looks so dull and cyan and funky now. And the camera always does. Whenever I'm shooting backlight on auto white balance, the camera really loves to pick like really funky white balances that are always too cool like that. So yeah, this looks way better, much more, the vibe that I was going for, that warm golden sun glowing on everything, and just really like showing off the behavior with the adult kind of framing it in right there. So yeah, that's that one. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. If you want to learn more with me, I offer remote sessions as well as mentorships you can sign up for. Just head on over to rayhennessy.com, go to the workshops menu. The mentorship info is under that. And if you go to online workshops and then check out the remote sessions, you can find out more detail there about that. Thanks again. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.